Hey there, I'm Andrew Testerman with Gamers Guide to Life. I am here with Kim Swift of Airtight Games. We're here to talk about Quantum Conundrum.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about Quantum Conundrum.
Well, the general premise is that it's a first-person environmental puzzle game where you get control of the ability to switch dimensions on the fly between different dimensions existing in the same space. So if I had the interdimensional shift device or IDS device on me right now, I would be able to shift this room to fluffy dimensions. So everything would turn super cuddly and cute and pink and fluffy. And in addition to being adorable, it's also really useful because things are now 10 times lighter. So the game basically becomes you collecting these different dimensions and using them as tools in your arsenal to be able to solve these different puzzles and challenges.
Great. Tell us a little bit about the story in Quantum Conundrum. What's driving the player forward?
Well, when you actually play as a 10-year-old kid, this guy right here, actually, and when you come onto the scene, you've been dropped off at your uncle's doorstep. This is your uncle here. And you come into the house. You've been there before. Usually your uncle, Professor Quadrangle, is there to greet you, but in this situation, he doesn't come out, and a catastrophe happens, and he goes missing. And so it's now up to you, as this kid, to be the adult in the situation and rescue him. In addition, the whole house that you're in goes under a lockdown, and so it's up to you to lift the lockdown so you can just get out of there.
Nice. Sounds kind of fun. What you're talking about, you play as a 10-year-old kid.
Yep.
You have a mad scientist uncle.
Yep.
There's something called the fluffy dimension. Sounds like this game's a little bit whimsical. Talk about the tone a bit.
Yeah, I mean it's a quirky game. It's funny, quirky, a little weird. Honestly, I think it's a reflection of the team that's working on it. We're all just kind of big kids, and our general attitude is if it's weird and funny, it's going in the game. So, I mean, we have everything from paintings that shift in different dimensions to collectibles that are actually awkward noise generators that you can collect and actually throw around later, and that were inspired by moo tubes. I don't know if you've seen those. Like when you were a kid, they're like a little tube thing, and then you turn it over and it moves. That inspired our collectibles. We have a drinking bird in our game. It's just, I don't know, a collection of us being really silly and having a good time working on a game, and I am still surprised I get paid to do this. So.
That's great. Now, obviously before this you worked on Nurbacular Drop, which eventually became the first Portal game. You've since moved on to Airtight doing Quantum Conundrum.
Yep.
What sort of design philosophies can we find in Quantum Conundrum that we might have seen in some of the earlier games that you've worked on?
Well, so as far as philosophies go, this game takes a lot from playtesting and iteration. So, we all have ideas about what would be a good puzzle, what would be good gameplay, but you don't really know until you sit someone down in front of it and watch them play through it. And so a lot of our game is just from sitting players down, having them play, and us going, oh man, we totally botched that. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board and fix what's a problem.
All right.
And I think it's made the game have a really solid learning curve. I think there's a lot of appeal to the game because we've watched people smile, and so that's kind of what I took from working on previous projects.
Yeah, definitely. So we have a great game. It sounds like you have a great experience. I tried it out. I am so stoked to play this game. When can I expect to get my hands on it?
Well, the release is going to be summer 2012 on XBLA, PSN, and Steam for PC.
All right.
I don't have a solid release date yet. I actually want to know when it's going to be released because I'm going crazy.
Nice. Do we have a price point yet?
No, I don't know that either.
Okay.
I think I find both of those things out next week. So.
Well, that's all right. Well, I'm absolutely stoked with this game. Kim, thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem.
I'm just pleased as punch.
Okay.
Check it out. Thanks.